everyone, it's Linda G, and I'm with our wonderful friend Nathe. And I got to remember to get my calendar, so we'll schedule for next month with you.
Yes, and
Um,
a few months and it's midterms.
can you believe it? Yeah, so we do our show with you in August.
Yes,
Then I'll be September, you'll be October, and then ta-da!
midterms. That's it. Three shows.
Well, Nathan and I were just sort of pre-discussing. Thank you guys for your questions. Some of this bourgeois, and why would he, just like Nate said, why would he do these tariffs on Brazil, raising the price of coffee?
That impacts everyone. It's already high. It's way higher than it used to be. And because there's problems with water and grow and now we're putting these huge tariffs out of nowhere, that's going to impact pretty much everyone who drinks coffee, which is a lot of people.
Yeah, and people like, tell me if I'm wrong, people like Starbucks and those people, they're going to have to raise their prices, and you're going to find people just aren't going to buy coffee anymore.
No. But even if you make it at home, it's the beans.
Right. Well, I have 1 cup a day. That's it. I can't do over 1 cup or I get too zoomy. How about
I
you?
would do, oh, there was a time where I would do five, six a day, but now it's more two or three.
Yeah, my dad would drink a lot of coffee. That's probably why he lived to be 80 and he had a horrible heart, but he didn't die of heart disease. They say the more coffee you drink, 5 cups can make you live longer.
They say something, then they say something else. Who knows? But if gas prices are going up, which they are, and they will be, and everything's going up in price, why would you do that right before midterms?
And they made up this name, affordability. They made up this name, affordability, these Democrats. What? Yeah,
It's
people need affordability.
well, yeah,
A name
each
he's
and
never heard before because he lives with a golden spoon in his mouth and a nice packed diaper in his trousers. What a terrible man. It's just terrible.
it's a mess. And the one that I really wanted to talk to you about
Yeah.
is that whole Truth Social membership. Have you heard about that?
No, what is it?
So, I mean, look how wrong this is. So, there's some sort of membership on Truth Social up to $100,000 per month, and you get the information before everyone else.
What?
But it so they get, but listen to that. They get stock market related information before anyone else about the government's decision, about wars, about the economy. That's not legal.
That's
That's
not,
insider trading.
that's a shame. And the ones who can afford $100,000 are the billionaires who are going to buy up. Oh, this guy that's on Facebook, I really like him. He's really educated on gas and oil and keeps us straight on what the language is. But he just showed what's going on in the market, and he said, "You see this big zoom? That's your billionaires that short circuit the gas, and they bought up, and now they're losing all kinds of money."
There's so much stock market manipulation right now. You look at the war, it's a stock market manipulation. You look at what's going on with AI and jobs, it's a manipulation. Tesla has lost 15% since the beginning of the year. You have look at SpaceX, you look at you mentioned Facebook. Facebook, there's a huge lawsuit, trillions of dollars,
Yes,
huge lawsuit.
I hope they lose, and I hope they have to
Yeah.
pay. So Tesla has even today lost 52 points. Dow Jones is down 591. I think it'll get up to 7 before the end of the day. And NASDAQ is down 588. Yeah, this is bad, you guys. They said we were gonna drop and we're dropping.
There will be a drop, yes.
I don't think he can manipulate it as much as he could before.
Well, it's under extreme scrutiny, but if you really look at the timing of his announcement on Truth Social and what he's doing with the war, there's clear, for entertainment purposes only, manipulation.
And our men and women are dying. And
And
it's
more
more
than
than what they've said.
a lot more.
And that's what years ago or last year, whenever he was getting it, I said he's going to do something that blood will be spilt overseas. And I see America not tolerating that. So we could have families and stuff, or even the military, because he said he's going to bomb railroads and he's going to do this, which is against the law. And maybe the military will say, nope, not going to do it.
You know, every life is sacred, but that young 19-year-old
Oh,
girl
Fernandez,
has,
yeah. She looked like a baby. She looked just like a baby. So let me read Hawaii Bound's question because she's a friend that writes me. Her son, do you remember me talking about her son being on the ship and
yeah,
she couldn't
they
send
couldn't,
him no
yes,
snacks, no nothing?
they can't get food.
Yeah, so she says, will the politicians take me seriously now that our military are losing weight on Navy ships? I've called so many for the past 5 months. My son is home from the war now, and he lost over 30 pounds in 4 months. I'm still trying to advocate for those left behind and still fighting in this illegal war. Will I get anywhere or am I wasting my time trying to get politicians to send the military more food on the Navy ships?
Not wasting her time. She
No,
needs
she
to.
needs to be the squeaky wheel.
And send this information to newspapers, magazines,
Pictures before and after.
picture. The food is not going, I don't see the food going there.
Where's it going?
It's blocked. It somehow she was saying that they were not letting the food go when they were at sea. They were allowing maybe for safety issues. I don't know how they justify it, but there were very
But
little
even their
food.
packages, their care packages with, shampoo and this and that, it didn't even get there.
No, I think there's incompetence as well as issues with safety and the
Well, they were
incompetence.
all paranoid that anybody on the ship might write their family and tell them what's really going on.
So, Linda, they're gonna do testosterone checks, but they're not gonna let food.
I know. I know. I don't see the testosterone thing going on. I'm almost feeling like some big lawsuit, and they're going to say, you
Yeah.
can't get hormones to our guys. Who the fuck do
And
you
if
think you are?
and what I thought, if they do it to everyone, they should also do the check with the commander in chief.
Oh, I know.
His own testosterone check.
That hedgehog is crazy. He's absolutely berserk.
That's nuts.
And I just see that people are just, I see the military turning their back on him. So we'll see when that happens.
Yes. Oh, it's already happening.
Be the squeaky wheel, Hawaii bound.
Yes.
Ooh. Kim said, hi, Linda and Nathe. What is the future of special education now that it's been removed from the Department of Education? Don't worry, it'll be back.
Right now it's a struggle, but it's not gonna be left out because there's gonna be, I mean, after midterms, I can see already things shifting. Of course, it's not you snap your fingers,
Right.
but the priority is gonna shift back.
Oh, and listen, Trump got a 20 for his war. Only 23% of this nation are for it. Everybody else is against it. He tries to act like everybody's for it. He's just so delusional.
Totally delusional. And what is the goal of war? Is it nuclear? Is it the regime change? I saw like a comment from the Department of State or the Foreign Affairs in China saying to start with, yes, they said to start with, there was no problem with the Strait of Hormuz before the war. So don't even say that you're fixing anything here because there was no problem with that strait before.
No
So
problem
you're
whatsoever.
fixing a problem you create. She said that.
Yep, and so are other nations saying that. And just like this whole, you got to show your ID and proof and all this crap, they said, wait a second, when Obama was president, you won. When Biden was president, you won.
Well,
But when you were president and you lost, all of a sudden there's a big deal. But you were president. He just doesn't consume it. Uh, Hi, Linda. Russian delegations were at the White House this week. And now it is reported that Kash Patel will be going to Moscow to meet,
yes.
hold on, with their equivalent of the FBI. What is the reason?
Well, I feel like this is funny business. I feel like Patel is going for Trump. I don't know what, but it's on his behalf because Trump cannot travel anymore, will not travel anymore. I felt like travel becomes a big problem since the whole NATO meeting in Turkey. It was really disoriented, couldn't really get in the plane. It had to be carried different ways. But Kash Patel is in for a lot of trouble. I see him in deep trouble.
Well, do you think Trump has asked for a favor and something to do with putting Patel down or getting rid? Because he doesn't like Patel.
I felt like it's a bit of a trap for Patel, asking him to do something, and then Patel would just be in trouble and then get rid of him.
Because I feel Patel is very nervous about doing this.
Yeah. Well, he should be nervous because he already has done a lot of bad things. And then this feels like I see something that could really put him in big, big trouble, like an agreement, a deal, something under the table. I don't know. I'm also feeling that could it be related to Epstein?
Right, right. Yep.
Because I was texting you on that the guy that died in France. That was an
Yes.
Epstein.
The model
There's
guy.
the model that was actually trying to get girls, etc. Something is going on where more information and resurfacing and people are disappearing. So I felt like the timing of him going to Russia and what's going on with Epstein, there's some sort of cover up.
I don't, yeah, because he's sending a flake. He's sending Patel, who's a nothing burger. It's weird.
Very weird. There's first thing I'm getting is that there's multiple things going on. It's not just one thing.
Okay.
So there could be Epstein, there could be a trap, there could be, yes.
So, what do you think? Will Blanche be voted in?
So this one is like really on the cusp, right? I feel like he will not make it.
Oh, good. Because did you hear that Lisa Murkowski from Alaska, she rolls this way. She acts like she's she's for Alaska, but she's making sure she gets what she wants for her state in order to vote for him.
Yes. I mean, this one I think is one of the hardest one to read in terms of prediction because I feel like it's really like 50-50. But I still feel like last minute something will happen. It just doesn't seem straightforward for me. What do you feel?
I've never felt him getting in, but
It
or if he
is
gets in, he'll be in for a minute.
a strange energy. I'm not getting a straight yes. That's why I say no.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Well, you heard it here, you guys. And then what do you think about Jack Smith?
Oh, this is a distraction. I don't see this going all the way. I feel like Trump needs a distraction from all the things that we just discussed. And this is not going to go through.
I feel like no grand jury would say, yeah, they feel totally disinterested. He's
So
solid. Jack Smith is solid.
yes, there's nothing wrong that he has done. Actually, it's quite the opposite. It does everything by the book.
Yeah, and he testified and he answered their questions. There was
Percent.
nothing here that was a lie. It's just they like to cause trouble. They just like to cause. Hey, listen, I see people offering to do his bidding without it being paid. They're so mad about this. Let us represent you. We're going to make sure. You know, he has his own law
Yeah,
firm.
of course.
I think he may end up being the attorney general when the new
Oh,
administration.
that would be
And
fantastic.
I
I
see
think.
him getting out all his notes and going to town.
Oh, he hasn't said what I just heard. He hasn't said his last word.
No, there's more. Well, that Eileen Cannon is holding on to the
Oh
second
yeah.
part, but that's not going to be too much longer.
No,
Um, uh, the administration is asking for 87.6 billion more for the military. Will they get it?
not the whole thing. Some money, yes, but not the whole
But I
thing.
almost feel, see, they keep asking, give us the deets. What is it that you need? What happened to the money that's there that you haven't even spent yet? And they just want to act like, you know, Hedgehog has been in trouble. He was on a lot of committees and he was
Yes,
always kicked out because he overspent or used the money for himself. You can't
yes.
trust him with money.
The budget already spent like of the a quarter of the year in for the whole budget. How can that be?
Yeah.
They wasted uh ammunitions, they just went for it. There's no control, it's out of control, and even people are not the military person is not managed properly. It's incompetence.
But also, Trump has said, I'm going to hit your railroads and your this and that, which is acts against humanity. It's totally illegal. So
Yeah.
if he orders that and Hedgehog is right in the middle of it, will the military turn their back on him? I feel like they might. This may be when the military really comes in. And
And
just
says
like when he wanted them to go shoot the protesters, remember that? He said, you can shoot them in the legs, and they said, no,
no,
we don't go
no.
against our own citizens. So how did you like Spain winning?
Yeah, well, I felt it was great. I said about 2 months ago it would be a country that would speak Spanish, so that was right. I thought it would be Argentina. I was wrong, but at least the language was right. I
Yeah,
think it was great. I think it was
I
great.
wanted Spain to win because I knew Trump was for Argentina.
Yes.
And now, when you get the 411 of the lowlifes that are on the Argentina team, they've done some underhanded stuff.
Oh,
Very sad.
yes.
Um,
Well, and the team turned their back at the winner. That was really uncalled for. They turned their back.
well, and
Yeah.
the other thing is when they were on before, they drugged the water of the main guy on the opposite team. They drugged him. They should have been kicked out, period.
Unbelievable.
Um,
And he was booed. Have you watched the moments where he was booed? It was really bad.
and then they redo it and act like everybody was so. He told everybody in Georgia yesterday, oh, yes, everybody's for the war. Everybody's for it. And what is it with these Democrats? They come up with that word I've never heard before. Affordability.
Well,
What the hell is that?
well, because he doesn't know what that is. He never had to worry about it.
No. Well, he wasn't packed with money all the time, but he was a player. He's a snake. Uh, okay, I just posted this on your community page. Should I have posted it here? This was just in my local news. U.S. Rep. Ro Cannon spent the weekend making multiple stops around New Hampshire as he continues to build relationships in the Granite State ahead of a possible run for president. What are your thoughts? I like Ro, but he wouldn't win.
A run, maybe, but that wouldn't
Maybe
go
run,
anywhere.
but he wouldn't win. I don't
No,
see him winning.
no, no.
And Kelly Key says, will extraterrestrials help clean up our space junk? Yeah, there's a lot of space junk out there.
They already are.
Yeah.
They already are, especially if they feel like it's massive risk because there could be a collision with an asteroid. And I mean, yes, they are actually monitoring. They're preventing not everything. Some of the weather issues they're letting because we need to see the impact of we have on Earth. But if this was really, really bad, they would stop. They would stop a nuclear bomb. They would stop something really,
Oh,
really,
they will definitely. They've already told me that. I saw
and
him.
they
He
probably
told,
have. Yeah, they probably have.
we're not going to let you. What it is protecting them because nuclear,
Oh,
like say Russia hits first, well, it's the end for everybody because then everybody and their nukes are gone. And then they would energetically, the earth would get off balance. It would cause all kinds of chaos.
I have a question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I thought I would ask you, um, Mitch, do you feel that they're gonna announce his death before the August 3rd
No, after,
already?
after. But I think Bashir could actually go ahead and put someone in. They'll
Yeah,
fight it tooth and nail. But I feel like he's going to say, you know what? Proof of life, forget it. They're not doing that. Let's put this guy in. That's what I
I
feel. But,
mean,
he
I feel
might be all
Bashir's gonna do
intubated.
something. I actually feel Bashir's gonna do something because there's a lot of pressure on him. He feels like he has opportunity to maybe run. I think this is a moment of truth for him.
Yeah, because if he
I,
doesn't do it, people will be disappointed in him.
I felt like it might be like a hospital visit, a health check.
He's not in a hospital, but yeah,
I know.
yeah, he's not around. Somebody said on MS Now, they said, well, maybe McConnell is alive because if he goes down there, he'll vote no on what's that guy? You know,
Oh, Blanche.
Blanche. How soon I forget his name. Any other questions?
Well, I wanted to see where you see the midterm with Susan Collins,
I see
and
her losing. I
me
don't care
too.
who runs against her. I see her losing. They said
I
she
think,
has to go against Blanche because her life depends on it. I bet it does. I feel she'll lose.
and I actually saw that's a little bit unrelated, but I see her losing. And sadly, I mean, I don't wish that on anyone, but I felt like after that, she'll deal with some sort of health issue.
Yeah, definitely.
She's on the down. It just, they're showing me it's just on the downhill.
Right. She wasn't a very truthful person. When she first got in, she told everybody, I'm just going to serve this one term. I'm just putting my foot in. And then what? She's been there 30 years?
No, she can't be trusted.
No. Oh, I'm sure he learned his lesson.
Oh my God.
Then she helps put in the people that voted against Roe versus Wade. It was terrible. All those guys. Wait till we get our new administration
Okay.
in 29 and that all those justices need to pack their bags except the good ones. When Melania stunned the nation with her pop-up press conference and told us she didn't have anything to do with Epstein, we also found out at the same time that the Brazilian model Amanda Ungaro, who knows everything about Trump and Melania's connections to Epstein, seems like she was doing damage control. When will Amanda come out and tell everything? She's trying to, but she has to keep cover to save her life. They're
She's
looking
under
for her.
extreme threat, under extreme threat.
I get that she's trying. More will come out later, but Melania did that for damage control.
That I don't know if she has children, but I almost could feel like her children could be unsafe
Well, she
if.
has a child with this crazy man that introduced her to Melania, that
All right.
introduced
All right.
that introduced Epstein to Melania, who was with her before Trump. And he stole the child away from her with Trump's help as president. Yeah, it was
Unbelievable.
very underhanded. She wants her child back.
That's what it is. And I felt like she's under so much pressure and she's not saying anything because she's so worried about her child.
Right, right. So, how can we be sure that we'll have a huge blue wave in November? Hello, there's more
Everything we
signs now than there was
yeah,
last time.
I know I got a comment. I just want to pause for a second because I got a comment say, well, it's July and nothing big has happened really yet. Well, look at what has happened in July. It was massive. We have the Lindsey Graham death.
Yeah.
We had Mitch McConnell. We had the restart of the war. We have more stuff coming up with Epstein, and we're not done with July. So a lot
Oh,
has
they
already
must be
happened.
talking about that Burbalt or that.
Oh, bubble
Yeah, because
basket.
everybody was going on that it was huge, and I guess it depends on what you think, but I'll tell you, enough is happening against Trump that he's falling. Look at the numbers. It's the worst they've ever been.
Yes, and I mean, look at. I think for me, and I don't think it's just me. Everyone who's watching also felt like when Lindsey Graham passed, it was just a change of the guards. It's just the first domino. I just could see all the other dominoes falling after him. It's a change. It's an
Yeah,
energy. And next will be Trump. I don't know when. I really don't know. But next will be Trump.
yeah, he's definitely going down. But we can only say what we feel or what we see and then let the rest just take place. The thing is, sometimes when we feel something, it takes a couple of years before it takes
Yeah.
place. So you just go, if you feel nothing's happening, then that's your deal. There's nothing we can do to change that. But that's the problem. Let me tell you something. Like earthquakes. Okay. I was telling maybe even my friend from Edinburgh. I said, since I was 4 years old when I moved to California, there has been nothing but earthquake talk. It's time. It's time. I'm going to be 73 years old in September. And I did go through a 5.8, the low Prieta. I
Yeah.
know LA had a good site, and I know when I was very young in the 60s, there was that big 9-pointer up in Alaska, but always with the doom and gloom. And all you can do is live now and not
Yes.
worry about, because the people keep asking me, do you see earthquake? Well, yeah, I see some shakers, but I don't see Armageddon. I see some shakers in LA and
Yes.
more
I do
towards
too.
the north, but I don't tell people don't pay your mortgage and stuff.
Plus, I always say, I mean, that's kind of an obvious one, but I like to say it, is worrying never improved anything.
It doesn't help energetically to bring what you want either. It's like when hurricanes are coming, there's some prayer people that will just tell the hurricane to stay away and it does. So it's a matter of how your focus is. You can't, maybe if it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. But if I lose everything, fair enough. I've lost things before, due to circumstances with my life. But they're just things. But I don't see the earth cracking open and all this stuff. But
Oh, no.
they've been talking about this, and a lot of the TV shows, Unsolved Mysteries, they talk about Notre Dame and his predict. Yeah, whatever. That one in Tokyo was, and not Tokyo, in Japan was significant because I was reading a client in Benicia, and I all of a sudden my ears were ringing and I got real nauseous. And I turned to the client and I said, "Uh-oh." She said, "What?" I said, "There's a big earthquake coming." She said, "Where?" I said, "I don't know, but I can feel it. Energetically, I could feel it."
Mhm.
And the one that happened, the Loma Prieta, I didn't feel, but then I wasn't like I am now. So sure enough, within a few days was the Japan one, and that
The
was good
big,
size.
yes. It's very difficult because it's an energy and we feel the energy. I mean, And we're not special. I actually want to say that everyone has abilities. Everyone has this. Remember, and I'm talking to you, but mostly people who are watching, that feeling like a shoe's gonna drop. That's what
You
we're
can feel
talking
it.
about.
Yeah.
That feeling that something, and that's exactly what it is. You already feel it in your own life. Where if you read for, geopolitical events, it's that same feeling. A shoe's gonna drop. Something's about, and it feels heavy. If you're clairsentient, it feels in your body. You just feel it.
Yeah. 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 And when I do my yearly, all I could see was fires and water. I saw a
Water.
lot of water. And just now on the news, I saw there's a huge in India, 23 people have died with some flooding, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. Not just us, it's other places, but I definitely saw that flooding.
It's completely out of balance. And so water and fire there, that energy just keeps calling for more, more, more. And so it's a battle between those two energy. That's where we're in this like El Nino, super El Nino, whatever you want to call it, because it's the imbalance of the earth.
Right, but also it's according to what my guides tell me, it's a cleansing. Mother Nature's not
Oh
mad.
yeah,
She's cleansing. So,
clearing. Yes.
yeah. Um, okay. On Sunday, Sterling was asked if the Orange Man would still be in office after the holidays, and he said yes, he would be, it would be until 2027. I felt towards the end of the year he was going to be gone, but that could mean January, February too. You
I
guys,
don't
sometimes it's very hard to get specific, but he's going.
Of course, it's and sooner rather than later, but I don't want to give a date because people get excited, and then if it doesn't happen, they're really, really disappointed. Where, I feel the energy. I feel like his energy is definitely declining.
Oh,
I
it's
see his
changed. And
declining.
a
I
doctor,
Yeah, it's just we have the proof of what we feel about him, but I don't think I can tell anyone's that. Yes, sometimes when I read, I see a lot of signs, and that's very clear. But for him, it's it's in the making, but I don't think we're exactly right here, right now yet. It's coming. How soon? I don't know.
well, a
I can't.
doctor saw him at a speech in Georgia and said he was definitely on Adderall again.
Yes.
He was what we call in nursing diaphoretic, real sweaty. His eyes were kind of like this. He was on Adderall.
There's also the aspect, Linda, of in in the aspect of leaving this earth is that letting go and release process. He's holding, he's still holding. So that's an element where maybe if it were more of a spiritual person, which is not, then he would have let go. But right now he's holding still.
Yeah, but some major group is going to turn on him. I can feel it. Well,
Oh,
also it'll help with the midterms because I feel there's so much people are going to stop him at. He might. I feel an explosion.
what I feel will happen with him is that, how maybe a year or two he was gone for a day, then 2 days, then 5 days. Then it's gonna be like a Mitch McConnell kind of situation where we're gonna know like Mitch that is gone, and then just gonna try to hide it. But it's gonna be on a bed somewhere, and then we all know. But there's gonna be a lot more pressure than what's going on with Mitch because
Well, I
everyone's
feel that they will announce because let me tell you, J.D. Vance will not let them hide it. He wants everybody to know he's president now.
gonna.
But I
Do
feel
you?
it's something they know is coming. He might not even be president when it happens. He might have already stepped down.
Yes.
He might have had an infarct that's affecting his ability to think, but he's not going to be taken out. That's the most important thing. Because, Iran is threatening to take him out and his family. And
Yes.
the only thing, if they did that, he would be a martyr.
Oh yeah. We don't want that.
You
We
don't
really
want
don't.
that.
You mentioned Vance. So Did you see that he relocated away from DC to like a big mansion?
Yeah, he did. He bought a
Yes.
new place.
Why is he leaving DC? Is it safety?
Yes. Just
I
now I
got
heard yes.
safety. I got safety.
Yep. It's definitely safety. And, he's not the only one that's being threatened. They're all Stephen Miller, all of them.
All of them.
But Iran, they overemphasize like they're big bullies. They don't have as much as they say they do. Remember when they told us they had all the Epstein files and they were going to release them? Well, they never released nothing. They didn't have them. So you got to take sometimes with what they say
Yes.
with a grain of salt. But they're figuring out because the CIA base got hit in Europe. And now they're saying they believe Putin is the one that gave them that information, gave Iran that information.
It's interesting because we were talking earlier about Putin and Cash Patel, and I just feel like there's all this connection,
Yeah.
but I
But
don't
I,
know.
I don't know why, but I almost feel like, and I'll just say it, you guys, I don't want it to happen, but they might even plan on something where his plane gets hit or something, like they want to take him out. That's what I keep getting. Maybe Russia says, by the by, we've got Patel coming here, says it to Iran. Here's the the map. He'll be at this spot, and then wash their hands and walk on. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it is very strange. I think we're gonna hear more of that in August. This is not the end of this. What's going on here? Patel, Putin, Trump, there's something more coming.
And then what do you think about Trump doing that taxation on Canada because of their smoke? What an idiot. Canadian firefighters lost their lives for America. They came here and helped fight. Yeah,
I
it's
don't
it's
think
it's
able to
gonna
keep.
it's gonna fall to the wayside. Everything he
Yes.
does is going to be reversed. Do you think he'll actually get to cut down all those cherry trees that were gifts from Japan?
No,
Yeah, I feel he'll start, or he thinks he's going to start, and
but
then I see people stopping
yeah.
it.
I mean, when you look at the pattern, like everything he does gets stopped or held halfway. I mean, look, the pool, and it's not making any sense.
Oh, will Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio lose his election in 2026? I didn't know he was up.
No, I didn't know. I can put a card on it. Just
Me too. Let me throw.
Jim Jordan. Is that is that Senate or representative?
I think he might be a congressman. Let me double check.
Congressman?
I could be wrong. I don't pay attention to him.
No, I don't care about him, but Jim Jordan.
I know he was a coach.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a congressman.
Well, the first card I got was what I felt immediately. Justice, legal problems.
Yeah, yeah. He's such a liar. He's the one referring Jack Smith. Jim Jordan, are you going to win? And Mike Johnson's on his way out. Are you going to win? Ooh, he might be getting L. I would say no.
Yeah, Five of Swords, look, he's on a tightrope,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure it'll go all the way. Justice, Five of Swords, Queen of Coins. He has the money, but that might not be enough.
Or he has his wife is sick or someone's not doing well
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
leaves. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see legal
So,
problems too. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. He's such a two-bit
Oh,
nobody. And then somebody, the gal from the Smithsonian was testifying before them today, and they were showing these pictures. Oh, you got trans people in there, and you've got this and that. And do you love America? Yes, I love America. Dummies.
Crazy.
Okay, so Bernie Sanders is reporting that in New York, tech brothers are pushing for dehumanization robots as school teachers. Do you see that happening?
Well, they're gonna bring more robots into education, but that's not gonna replace everything. That's
No,
just,
and I don't see it being
yeah,
like they were even trying in the health industry, and they
I
can't
know.
make it happen. It's not the same as a
It's
human.
not working the
And
same.
also, people don't have money to buy these anymore. You cut all the money from the department. Where are they supposed to get the money?
Well, that's a good point.
Oh, Linda, Troy Jackson was a sixth-generation logger in Northern Maine. Okay. Somebody said they were scared of him. They can't find any sexual assault, so they're trying this story about him throwing a bottle at someone. He's not going to be thrown out. He's going to win.
No. And if
And
that's,
he's a logger, so the people in Maine love their loggers.
I think they're messing with the wrong person.
Yep, yep. Oh my God, but the time has flown by, my friend.
Always, Linda, always.
We always have such a good time.
I know. Ping pong.
Ping pong. Well, thank you, you guys, for coming, and thank you for the questions. And then tomorrow, I'm reading a couple of some mediums that helped stand in for me when I passed out up in Canada. Yeah, they took my place. They're really nice people. And then I'm going to be on with Annette for personal questions.
Oh, great.
So, all right,
Wonderful.
sweetheart.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, you guys. Cheers. Bye.